Of course, I promised I would explain this Add an Open Courseware button a little bit better. So let's go back there. It's the second button on the gray panel, and it'll slide open this little window for you once you click it. So at the top, you have the options to delete, create a new folder, or add courseware. So let's start by adding, since you guys don't have anything yet to delete or anything to put into a new folder. So once you click add, it's going to open up this window here. And these file types are going to be the only kinds of files you can actually add into Future Cloud. They're the only ones that are currently supported. So right now, you're probably going to be working with PPTs the most. And MP3s and MP4s can be great supplementary material, but of course they're not mandatory. So if we were to click a PPT, we can click that, and it's going to launch a file navigator window where you can locate a file that you've previously created and want to add into Future Cloud. You won't be able to do any editing there, so do make sure that it is your final draft that you're ready to upload into the classroom. Let's say I want to upload this maze compilation that I've created. So I'm going to double click that, and you're going to see it's going to load up here in the bar. So it might seem like it's going really quickly, but it's going to come up with this little window that says it needs 1 to 2 minutes to finish loading. And you're going to click OK, and until it's done that, if you click it, it's still going to tell you file is converting, please try again later. So you have to be a little bit patient and just wait for that. I already, fortunately, have some games uploaded, so I will just jump to one of those. And in fact, I even have the one that I just uploaded there. So to open a file, if you already have it uploaded, you just double click the title. So don't click that box, just double click the title of it, and it should open really quickly. So here we have my PowerPoint open. It's a maze compilation that I made for my students because for some reason, my students were really into mazes this semester, and I wanted to upload something that wouldn't just be a one-off maze, but would also help me differentiate between their different levels, abilities, and interests. So I made a PPT that was easy, medium, and hard mazes, and I animated them so that I can click this little presentation tool. This is the example I was talking about before that I would run through with you guys. And when I go over here and hover over my different pictures, I've added an animation that will allow me to click a pepper and jump to the correct slide so that I can click the correct maze. All right, so let's say I want to do medium. I would click the chili pepper that has all my medium examples of mazes. And once I get there, I have 4 choices within that example. So let's say I want to click the dog one. I would ask the student, like, which one do you want to do? And they could either circle the one they want to do or describe it verbally. Let's say they want to do the dog. I would click the dog one, which I have also animated, and it's going to jump to this maze slide. So if you have any animations like that, just always remember to click this presentation tool, and this is going to allow you to interact with your PPT as it was intended. So if we go back to this Add and Open Courseware page and we click Add again, you might notice that I neglected to mention something. So this iCourse button is not a file type. This is our sort of backdoor backup plan. So when we have our actual lesson PPTs for Future Cloud and you have a registered class with a student, then you'll notice that the PowerPoints load automatically in Future Cloud. This is an excellent feature that saves so much time, and it will always be correct when it's uploaded into your class. However, should there be any sort of glitch in Future Cloud that it doesn't load properly, that it doesn't load the correct PowerPoint, or if you're managing your courseware with this button over here, and you accidentally X the PowerPoint for that lesson, then you might want to open that file again and load in your PowerPoint. However, our PowerPoints tend to be very heavy files. So if you try to load it using the PPT option, it's probably going to take 10, 15, sometimes up to 20 minutes to both load and convert to be ready for you to teach. And that is far too long for us to wait in class and waste time with the student and sort of make time by doing fun activities and asking them how their weekend was. There's only so long that you can do that, and we want to be able to teach them first and foremost. So this iCourse is our backdoor plan on how to do that. So you click this iCourse button and it's going to prompt you to put in a URL. So we have created an Excel file that has a list of all the necessary and associated URLs with every single lesson that you have. So let me open that right now for you. You'll see that I have downloaded this Excel file to my desktop. So I've double-clicked it and Excel is now launching. This is in a nice and easy, accessible place for me to find these HTML links if anything goes wrong. I don't have to sort through a whole bunch of different files on my navigator window. They are ready to go. So if I look inside my file, you'll see that I have all my lesson grades down here. So G3 all the way to G8. So let's say I have a G4 class, I would click that and you'll see that I have my materials and each one of those has a material link. So if I double click this link here, I will be able to select all and copy paste using Control-C or Command-C if you're on a Mac. And then I'm going to go back into my classroom where it says to input this URL. I'm going to paste by doing Control-V or Command-V for Mac, and it's going to appear there. I'm going to hit OK, and it is going to upload super fast. Let's double click that and it's going to open my PowerPoint. So there we go. And it has all 46 slides. As you can see, it skips that conversion rate right away. You don't need to wait for anything. It's just about instantaneous. So if something happens where you close your PowerPoint by mistake or anything happens that Future Cloud glitches, this is your backup plan. These will always be available to you before the semester begins, so you will have access to these files. And it is the complete PowerPoint. You can go through and you can see it has all of the files here, and you will be able to do the lesson as normal. All you might have to do is hide your panic if you are prone to panicking like I am, and ask the student just a couple of more questions about how their weekend was, and then you can get started on the lesson and open it as if nothing happened at all. So that should be pretty easy. To go through it again on how you do it, you would open this Add Courseware button. It slides open the panel. You hit Click plus Add. You hit iCourse. It asks you to input the URL. If you have the file open, you can select whichever one it happens to be. Double-click the URL link that looks like a website but doesn't function the same. You Control-C or Command-C to copy it. You go back to Future Cloud, Command-V or Control-C for PC. You hit OK. It's going to appear here. You double-click it, and it will open your PowerPoint. So really, really simple. And if you have any questions about this, then definitely ask a trainer during the live session, or if you don't think that you'll remember, just write a quick note and put it beside your desk so that you have the instructions there for you if and when you need them. So that's really all there is to Future Cloud. It's a super fun platform. It's a great way to interact with your students, and hopefully this video gave you some great ideas on how to use it to the best of your ability. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask a trainer during a live training session, and or rewatch this video as much as you want. It'll be available in the LMS for as long as you need it. So maybe have it open in a separate window and keep it there so that you can play around in Future Cloud, see how it works, and refer to the instructions as much as necessary. So final question, how do I exit Future Cloud? If you answered exit, then you are correct. All you do is hit OK, and it's going to close Future Cloud and bring you back to your home page. Easy as pie. So that's it. Let's finish off this LMS course.